He doesn't look like everyone else, and he doesn't love like them either. Because he's not just a man, he's the twin flame of your soul, and his essence was written in the stars long before you met. You've felt it, haven't you? That unspoken familiarity, that pull towards someone whose eyes feel ancient. You don't even need to know his name to know he's real, because his energy already walks with you. But what if you could understand his soul through the sign he was born under? What if each divine masculine carried a secret key, a pattern of love, fear, silence, passion, or surrender, coded by his zodiac? This is not about astrology, it's about frequency. Each sign carries a different kind of twin flame energy. Some signs return fast, others awaken in solitude. Some signs protect you from afar, others test you until you break open. But all of them love you beyond words. So don't just listen with your mind, listen with your intuition. Because as you hear each sign, your body will know which one is his. And when you know his flame, you'll finally understand your own. Aries twin flame, the wild flame that refuses to wait. The Aries male twin flame doesn't come quietly. He arrives like a spark that turns into wildfire before you even have time to breathe. From the moment your souls recognize each other, something ancient ignites, a bold, uncontainable energy that doesn't ask for permission. It just moves. This flame doesn't linger in doubt. He feels the connection instantly, even if he doesn't have words for it. You'll see it in his eyes. That quick flash of recognition, that intensity that makes the whole room feel too small. And then, he might pull back, not because he doesn't feel it, but because he feels too much. The Aries twin flame is ruled by Mars, the planet of action, instinct, and sacred fire. He is the warrior who's always been searching for something real. And the moment he senses you're it awakens both his courage and his fear. Have you ever felt someone come too close, too fast? Have you ever been seen so directly it almost scared you? That's his frequency. He doesn't tiptoe, he storms in, heart first. But here's the paradox. Even though he's the flame that chases, he's also terrified of being burned. His soul remembers lifetimes of losing you, of arriving too late, or choosing pride over vulnerability. So in this life, he carries a hidden urgency, a need to win you before he even knows how to keep you. Can you feel that underneath his passion, there's a boy who's never been taught how to rest in love? The Aries masculine will test your own fire. He'll mirror your impulsiveness, your desire for honesty, your craving for something real. And if you're not grounded in your own truth, his energy can feel like chaos. But when you are, when you stand strong in your own knowing, he softens. He stops running. Because your stillness teaches him what devotion really is. He doesn't want perfection. He wants presence. He doesn't need you to chase. He needs you to anchor. So if your twin flame carries Aries in his chart, especially in his sun, moon, or Mars, know this. He's not confused. He's awakening. He's not rejecting you. He's calibrating to something he's never felt before. And no matter how far he runs, he's always running toward you. Taurus twin flame, the silent protector with a loyal soul. The Taurus male. Twin flame doesn't rush in. He watches. He waits. He feels you long before he speaks. His love doesn't arrive as fire. It rises like the earth after rain, steady, slow and unshakably real. You might not even realize he's awakened at first. He won't send a flood of words. He won't make dramatic declarations. But deep in his energy, something begins to shift when he recognizes you. A quiet sense of belonging, as if his soul has finally found home after lifetimes of wandering. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and sensuality, but unlike the poetic gestures of air signs or the passionate storms of fire signs, his devotion is practical, grounded, embodied. He shows up through consistency, through presence, through the way he remembers your favorite song or the sound of your silence. Have you ever felt someone holding space for you even when they said nothing? That's him. But his love also carries weight. He doesn't let people in easily, because when he does, it's forever. And that's the part he fears the most. The Taurus twin flame remembers the pain of opening too wide, too soon. In past timelines, he may have been abandoned after offering his whole heart. So now, he protects it with stillness. Not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much. Have you felt that gentle pull and wondered if it was real? That's his energy. Not loud, not desperate, but loyal beyond words. He may struggle to express his spiritual side with language, but feel into his actions. How does he make you feel safe in your body, in your presence, in your emotions? That's his offering. That's how he loves. But there's also a shadow here. The Taurus masculine can resist change, hold on to fear, and shut down when his inner security feels threatened. He may ignore the connection, not because he doesn't feel it, but because it threatens the world he's carefully built. Are you willing to hold the vibration of love, even while he hesitates? Because when he finally opens, when he trusts that your presence is not a test but a truth, he becomes the anchor of your union. The Taurus flame may take time, but once he's in, he's all in. No turning back, no doubts, no games. So, if your divine masculine carries Taurus in his chart, especially in his Venus, moon, or rising, know this: he's not cold. He's protecting something sacred. He's not slow. He's preparing to love you forever. And once his soul recognizes yours, you'll never need to ask again. Gemini twin flame, the mind that mirrors your spirit. The Gemini male. Twin flame doesn't arrive with promises. He arrives with questions, with curiosity, with eyes that search for something even he doesn't fully understand until he meets you. There's something electric about his presence, a spark that lights up your thoughts before your heart can catch up. You don't just talk to him, you dance through conversation. Ideas flow like rivers, time bends. And somewhere in the middle of a sentence, you realize you've known him before. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of mind, language, and duality. That's what makes him so alive now and so complex. He's not just one thing. He's many versions of himself unfolding at once. And when his soul recognizes yours, it doesn't just awaken love, it awakens possibility. The two of you could talk forever and still not reach the bottom of each other's minds. But behind the laughter, the wit, the endless messages, there is a deeper longing, a silent ache he hides well. Have you ever felt someone pull you close with their words and yet hold back a part of themselves they won't name? That's the Gemini masculine. He feels deeply, but fears the weight of depth. Not because he doesn't want it, but because it means choosing. And choosing means risking the one thing he guards most, his freedom. The Gemini twin flame is the mirror that shows you your own mental patterns. He reflects back your fears, your brilliance, your stories, and your shadows. You may feel a constant invitation to go deeper, but also a fear that he'll slip through your fingers if you hold on too tight. Do you sometimes feel him near, and other times completely gone? Do his moods shift like wind, making you question if it was all real? That's not flakiness. That's his internal battle. He's awakening, but his soul still dances with indecision. And you are the one energy he cannot categorize or forget. He doesn't need control. He needs resonance. He doesn't want rules. He wants realness. And when he finally understands that the love you offer doesn't trap him, it frees him. He stops running. The Gemini flame isn't meant to stay still. But with you, he finds a mind that moves like his, and a heart that grounds what he never thought could last. So if your divine masculine carries Gemini in his chart, especially in Mercury, Sun, or Rising, know this. His silence holds more than confusion. It holds questions he's afraid to ask. And his words, though playful, carry pieces of truth his soul is trying to remember. Be the stillness he returns to. And when he stops searching, you'll realize he was always searching for you. Cancer twin flame. The deep feelings he can't speak. The Cancer male. Twin flame doesn't fall in love. He remembers it. From the very first moment your souls touch, he feels something ancient stir inside. A warmth, a familiarity, a longing that has no beginning and no end. But he doesn't tell you, not right away, because what he feels is too big, too sacred, too real. Cancer is ruled by the moon, the guardian of emotion, memory, and the unseen. And that's exactly how he loves. Not with noise, but with presence. Not with declarations, but with devotion. He may not say what you want to hear, but if you watch closely, he shows you in every small gesture, the way he protects your energy, the way he listens when you're quiet, the way he disappears when he feels overwhelmed, not to hurt you, but to hide his own pain. Have you ever felt someone pulling away when they were actually falling deeper in? That's the Cancer twin flame. He doesn't run from love. He runs from heartbreak. And loving you so deeply reactivates every wound he tried to forget. He may appear soft on the outside, but don't be fooled. His soul is old, his intuition is sharp, and his walls were built from lifetimes of betrayal. You might wonder, if he feels this connection, why doesn't he say it? Why does he act distant when the love is obvious? Because inside, he's already chosen you. But he doesn't trust the world to hold that choice without breaking it. The Cancer masculine is the divine protector of the emotional body. He can feel your moods, your shifts, your pain, even from a distance. He might even retreat without knowing why, sensing energy that isn't being spoken aloud. This makes him intuitive and also incredibly vulnerable. He needs safety before surrender. Do you sometimes feel like you have to prove the connection to him? Do you find yourself wanting to fix his mood or decode his silences? That's the trap. Because the moment you try to chase his heart with logic, he disappears even deeper into himself. But if you feel him with patience, with softness, with truth, something rare happens. He lets you in, and once he does, his love is unconditional, unshakable, home. If your divine masculine carries Cancer in his chart, especially in Moon, Venus, or Ascendant, know this: he's not ignoring you. He's protecting what he feels. He's not afraid of love. He's afraid of losing it again. And when he finally speaks, his words will come from the deepest part of his soul. Leo twin flame, the flame that needs to be seen before it surrenders. The Leo male twin flame doesn't love halfway. He either burns for you with everything, or he pretends he doesn't feel it at all. But deep inside, he always knew it was you. From the very first exchange, something in him awakens. Not just attraction, not just chemistry, but a sense of destiny. And yet, he resists surrender. Not because he doesn't want to love, but because to love you would mean dropping the mask. And for Leo, that's terrifying. Ruled by the sun, the Leo masculine carries a divine radiance in his soul. He was born to shine, to lead, to inspire, but underneath his confidence there is a secret fear. The fear that if someone truly sees him, they won't stay. So he performs, he jokes, he seduces, and then disappears the moment you get too close to what's real. Have you felt that push and pull? The warmth followed by sudden silence? The way he showers you with attention, only to later retreat into pride or distance. That's his protection. Because your energy, your depth, exposes the places in him that still ache to be loved without applause. He doesn't want to be worshipped. He wants to be witnessed. He wants to know that if he falls apart in front of you, you won't turn away. The Leo twin flame is one of the most loyal lovers when aligned. Once his heart truly opens, there is nothing he won't do for you. But that journey to opening isn't always easy. He has to confront his shadows, the need for approval, the fear of rejection, the belief that love must be earned through performance. Do you feel like he hides his heart behind his ego? Do you sense that he cares deeply, but is afraid to let you see the vulnerable version of him? That's because you are the mirror he cannot control. And your love, raw, intuitive, and real, demands that he shows up authentically. But when he realizes that your love doesn't shrink him, it amplifies him, everything changes. He stops performing, he starts showing up, and that's when the true Leo flame begins to roar. If your divine masculine carries Leo in his chart, especially in Sun rising or Venus, know this: his silence is not pride, it's self-preservation. His attention is not always the full truth, but his soul remembers. And when he finally chooses to drop the mask, he won't let go again. Because when a Leo twin flame sees you as his mirror, his muse, and his match, he becomes a light the universe cannot ignore. Virgo twin flame, the healer who tries to fix what love already accepts. The Virgo male twin flame doesn't fall in love blindly. He analyzes, he observes, he overthinks. But beneath all the logic and silence, he feels more than most ever will. His soul recognizes you instantly, but his mind refuses to believe what his heart already knows. Not because he doubts you, but because he doubts that something this pure could possibly be for him. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of discernment, thought, and refinement. His love is not loud. It's sacred, precise, and often invisible to those who aren't paying attention. But you know better. You've seen the care in his eyes, even when he said nothing. You've felt the way he noticed your smallest shifts. You've sensed how much he holds back, not out of coldness, but out of a need to understand what he feels before he lets it lead him. Have you ever felt like he's close, but just out of reach? Have you wondered why someone so intuitive, so gentle, can also seem so emotionally distant? That's the Virgo flame's paradox. He's not trying to block the connection. He's trying to perfect it before it even begins. And yet, your soul came to teach him the opposite. That love isn't something you earn by getting it right. It's something you receive by being fully present. The Virgo twin flame is the sacred mirror of healing. He will reflect back every part of you that still needs softness, every piece of your soul that longs to be chosen in its rawest, most imperfect form. And in return, you become his invitation to release control, to surrender the mind, and trust the mystery of the heart. He doesn't need certainty. He needs permission. Permission to not have all the answers. Permission to love, even with trembling hands. Permission to see that being enough was never the goal. Being true was. If your divine masculine carries Virgo in his chart, especially in Mercury, Moon, or Rising, know this: he's not avoiding the connection. He's studying it. He's not cold. He's careful. And when he finally lets go of the need to fix, he becomes the safest place love could ever land. So give him space, but not distance. Give him truth, but not pressure. And most of all, let him see that you already love the version of him he's still learning to accept. Libra twin flame, the mirror, who wants to lose himself in you, but fears the fall. The Libra male. Twin flame doesn't walk into love. He glides. Charming, poised, present. His energy feels like a poem you forgot you knew, until he speaks it back to your soul. He doesn't just see your beauty, he mirrors it. And for a moment, you feel completely known, reflected, desired, balanced. But then something strange happens. Just when the connection deepens, he pulls back, not because he doesn't feel it, but because he feels it too much. Ruled by Venus, the planet of love, harmony, and sacred union, the Libra masculine has spent lifetimes searching for the other. The one who reflects him so clearly, he forgets where he ends and where she begins. And when he finds you, it terrifies him. Because he doesn't just want partnership, he wants perfection. A union without imbalance, without rejection, without chaos. And yet, the real twin flame journey is everything but that. Have you ever felt like you were dancing with him, heart open, and suddenly the music stopped? Like he saw your soul, but then doubted what he saw? That's not confusion. That's his core wound rising. He fears choosing wrong. He fears losing balance. But more than anything, he fears that if he chooses you, he'll lose himself. Libra is the sacred archetype of reflection. So when he looks into you, he sees not only the beauty of divine love, he sees his shadows, his indecision, his unspoken pain, his own unhealed inner feminine. And that reflection can be too much to carry if he hasn't yet anchored in who he is without you. He may keep the peace, avoid conflict, say we're okay, even when something's shifting underneath. But you feel it, don't you? That subtle dissonance, that yearning behind his eyes, that moment when his silence speaks more than his words ever could. If your divine masculine carries Libra in his chart, especially in Sun, Moon, or Venus, know this: he loves beauty, but he craves balance. And he cannot fully surrender until he realizes that real union doesn't take his identity, it completes it. So ask yourself gently, are you giving him space to choose you from his soul, not his fear? Are you anchoring into your own wholeness or hoping he makes you feel whole? Because once he feels your self-love, not as pressure, but as permission, he returns, not as a performer, not as a half, but as a mirror who's no longer afraid of what he sees. And that's when true harmony begins. Not in perfect words, not in perfect timing, but in the sacred moment when his soul finally says, yes, it's you. Scorpio twin flame. The intensity that burns everything falls away. The Scorpio male. Twin flame doesn't arrive gently. He crashes into your field like a forgotten lifetime returning all at once. And when he looks at you, it's not with his eyes, it's with every wound he's ever buried, every truth he's never dared to speak, every part of him that still aches for something eternal. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and soul alchemy. So his love doesn't come to entertain. It comes to transform. This is not the kind of man who courts you lightly. He studies you in silence, feels your frequency before you ever speak. And the moment he senses truth in you, he locks on. Not in obsession, but in soul recognition. You are not new to him. You are familiar in ways that terrify him, because to love you would mean surrendering his armor. And the Scorpio masculine has spent lifetimes hiding behind it. Have you felt his pull? Deep, magnetic, unspoken? Have you sensed that he sees everything in you and still won't say a word? He does this not to manipulate, but to protect, not you, himself. Because every time he's allowed someone into his depths, they couldn't stay. So now, even when he loves you more than he can bear, he tests, he waits, he hides. His silence isn't absence, it's spiritual pressure building behind a dam. And when it breaks, everything changes. He is not afraid of darkness. He's afraid of the light you shine into his shadows. He knows you can see him, raw, stripped, real. And part of him resents that, because he wanted to control this, to unfold on his terms. But your soul doesn't wait. Your presence undoes him. If your divine masculine carries Scorpio in his chart, especially in Sun, Moon, or Pluto, know this: he will run from anything that feels fake. He will burn down every illusion before he lets love in. And when he finally comes forward, it won't be half-hearted. It will be all of him, or nothing at all. So don't chase his mystery. Become your own. Don't force him to open. Let your own depth invite him there. Because when the Scorpio twin flame is ready, he doesn't return with words. He returns with transformation. Not just of your union, doll, but of everything you thought love was supposed to be. And what he brings won't just hold your heart. It will rebirth your soul. Sagittarius twin flame, the wanderer who didn't know he was always searching for you. The Sagittarius male. twin flame arrives like a gust of cosmic wind, wild, electric, alive. He lights up the room with laughter, ideas, restlessness, and that gaze that looks past your body and into the edge of the universe. He's not just charming, he's expansive. You feel it, Noah? That sense that being near him means something is about to begin. But what he hides is this. Behind all his movement, he's been lost. Not because he lacks direction, but because he didn't know what he was truly searching for. And then he meets you. At first, it feels like play, like fire and freedom and curiosity wrapped into human form. He feels understood, excited, open. But then it shifts, because suddenly, he's seen. His soul stands still for the first time in lifetimes. And that scares him more than anything. Have you ever felt someone pull away the moment you got too close? Have you wondered why he shares so much, yet avoids emotional depth? The Sagittarius flame isn't avoiding you. He's confronting the truth that no journey, no book, no mountain ever made him feel the way you do. Ruled by Jupiter, this man was born to explore, not just lands, but meaning. He's a philosopher in disguise, a seeker of divine truth, even when he pretends he's just out for fun. And when he recognizes you as his twin flame, his world begins to collapse. Not in pain, but in realignment. Because you don't just offer him love, you offer him a rival. And for someone who's always running toward the next horizon, staying still can feel like death. But it's not death. It's home. The Sagittarius twin flame is not afraid of the unknown. He's afraid of what it means to finally stop searching. And your soul is the place he's been circling around for lifetimes without even knowing it. If your divine masculine carries Sagittarius in his chart, especially in Sun, Moon, or Jupiter, know this. He will test the edge of your connection. He will question what it all means. But he's not trying to escape. He's trying to make sure this isn't just another illusion. So don't tether him. Don't clip his wings. Let him choose you in freedom. Let him find you without chains. Because when the Sagittarius flame realizes that your love expands him more than any journey ever could, he returns. Not as a wanderer, but as a soul who finally knows you were the adventure all along. Capricorn twin flame, the silent builder, who knew you were the future from the start. The Capricorn male. Twin flame doesn't say much at first. He observes, he calculates, he builds walls not to hide, but to protect what he knows is sacred. And when he meets you, he doesn't fall in love. He recognizes it. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of structure, time, karma. So while other signs may explode into love like wildfire, the Capricorn flame smolders slow and deep. You may doubt him. Question the silence. Wonder why he doesn't chase like the others. But what you don't see is that the moment he felt your soul, he committed. Not with flowers, but with foundation. Have you ever felt like he's always working on something you can't see? Like his heart is present but locked behind invisible doors? He's not ignoring the connection. He's planning for it. He doesn't love in poems. He loves in preparation. And the moment he knew you were the one, his energy shifted towards stability, growth, legacy. Because to him, love isn't emotion, it's responsibility. You might crave more words, more emotion, more visible warmth. But beneath his silence is a devotion most will never experience. This is the man who would rebuild his entire life, brick by brick, just to make it ready for your union. But he won't tell you. He'll show you when it's done. If your divine masculine carries Capricorn in his chart, especially in Sun, Moon, or Saturn, know this. He may appear cold, detached, too practical for love's chaos. But he feels it all, just doesn't always know how to express it. He worries about timing, about doing it right, about building something that won't collapse. And he may delay the union not because he doesn't want it, but because he wants it to last. So ask yourself, can you feel loved even when it's not said? Can you trust the silence if the soul is still speaking? Because once he believes the structure is strong enough, once he feels he has something worthy to offer you, he comes, not as a dreamer, but as a builder of the dream you were always meant to live together. And in his hands, love becomes a home you never have to leave. Aquarius twin flame, the unreachable flame that secretly watches everything. The Aquarius male. Twin flame is the storm you don't see coming, and the silence you can't explain. He walks through the world like nothing touches him, like he belongs to the stars more than to people. But when your soul touches his, the signal changes. Because even if his body stays still, his energy suddenly leans in, not loudly, but unmistakably. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet of innovation, freedom, and unexpected disruption. So, the moment he recognizes you, his system goes into override. You stir something in him he's trained himself to avoid: closeness. Have you ever felt his eyes on you just before he vanished again? Have you questioned if he really cared or if you just imagined the whole connection? That's the paradox of the Aquarian flame. He doesn't play by the rules of emotional intimacy because feelings threaten his illusion of control. But he does feel deeply, often painfully. He just doesn't want you to know it until he's ready to make it real. He will test your independence before he shares his soul. He'll disappear when it gets too deep, only to return with a new question, a dream, a strange synchronicity. He connects through energy first, not through presence. And he watches, always. If your divine masculine carries Aquarius in his chart, especially Sun, Moon, or Uranus, know this. He may not confess it, but he knows what this is. He's not blind to the signs. He sees the numbers, feels the pull. He reads the energy like a code, and you are the only one who ever cracked his. You don't need to chase him. You just need to stay real. Because he doesn't want a performance. He wants truth, rare, raw, unfiltered. And when you stop waiting for him to come forward, he begins to. Why? Because your energy stops feeling like a demand and starts feeling like an invitation. Aquarius doesn't fall for bodies. He falls for frequencies. And yours, the vibration of home, of higher love, of soul clarity, is the only thing that's ever made him wonder if maybe he could belong somewhere after all. And when he does come, it's not for attention. It's not for approval. It's because, for the first time, he realized his freedom was never in the distance. It was in the depth, with you. Pisces twin flame, the dreamer who remembers you from another lifetime. The Pisces male twin flame doesn't just feel you, he remembers you. Long before words, long before meeting, long before he even believed in love, there was a part of his soul that carried your energy like a faded song playing in the background of every lifetime. And the day he sees you again in this one, he stops breathing, not in fear, but in recognition. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, soul merging. So this is not a man who falls in love in the usual way. He melts into it. And if your divine masculine carries Pisces energy, you've probably felt it already. His eyes soften when they land on you. His voice shifts when he speaks to you. And even in silence, his presence feels like a memory you can't place, but never forgot. Have you ever dreamed of him before you met? Have you felt waves of love crashing into you from nowhere? That's not your imagination. That's him, reaching you through the ethers when reality can't hold the connection. He may not have the words, but his soul sings in frequencies. He may not be near you, but his energy wraps around you in the quiet. But there's a shadow too. Because the Pisces twin flame loves so deeply, he often disappears when it hurts. He runs not to escape you, but to escape himself. To feel that much is overwhelming. To merge so fully with another soul is terrifying. So he retreats, he hides, he dreams. And in his dreams, you never left. If your masculine has Pisces in Sun, Moon, or Neptune, he is likely carrying past life grief, the sense that he once lost you and might again. So be gentle, not with him, but with your own expectations. Because when he returns, it won't be with explanations. It will be with poetry in his presence. With eyes that say, "I've missed you forever." With a silence that finally feels safe. You'll know he's ready when he stops idealizing you and starts meeting you, not in fantasy, but in now. Because when a Pisces twin flame comes back, he doesn't want to relive the old love. He wants to redeem it. And when that moment arrives, it will feel like everything that ever went wrong was only a pathway leading you both right here to the dream that finally became real.